just so nice to be out perch fishing again, I must admit. Intercept my prawn bait, and that's exactly what's happened. Well, welcome to another Fishing Towel Films episode, and today I've come down to a water that's been on my bucket list for quite a long time for some perch fishing. Now it's the end of September. I don't normally start my perch fishing this early, but seeing what went on last year, my perch sessions were very limited, so I was determined to start a lot earlier this year. It may mean I'll get pestered with carp, possibly, but it's worth a go, and the fact that I'm out targeting the perch just feels good. So I've come down to Tricklebrook. I'm fishing the small lake, which contains some nice perch, over £3. I've seen the pictures, I've seen the video footage, so I know that they're definitely in here, and they're also in the other lakes as well. There's a few fish moving about. It's about 10 degrees, the air temperature, and it's been sort of cooling down these last couple of days, 3 or 4 days, and plus we've had a bit of rain as well, a bit of cold rain going into the water. And it all looks very perchy. It's tiny, there's a couple of little 2 or 3 islands in the middle, but I'm going to concentrate, I think, down the edges. I can move around if I think I need to. I'm looking forward to it. Got me prawns, got me lobworms, a few maggots to feed over the top. Going to be fishing float tactics today, and I just can't wait. Roll on the start of the perch season. Let's get the gear out and let's start fishing. So while the bait's settling down, let's have a look at the baits that I'm going to actually be fishing with. I call these my perchy type baits. Of course, red maggot. Sometimes I'll tip one on the hook, if not they'll just be loose fed. I've got some dead maggots because I find they're always easier to chop up for my sort of perch mushy mix. And then prawns, my hook baits. Got some large prawns in there, and I've got some cold water, very small prawns, like cocktail prawns I guess you could call them. And sometimes they've caught me some big perch over the years, and also I'll introduce them into my feed mix as well, which I put out through the pot in my top 2 kit and my pole kit. And then of course, one of my favourite perch baits, lobworms. These have caught me so many perch over the years. A great bait. Perch absolutely love them. So I'm fishing with 2 rods today. Got my Darent Valleys out, 11 foot. Always use them for my perch float fishing. And also my favourite, the Stradics 4000. Love them reels. I've had them so many years. Always service them, and they're as good as new. I think they're about 12-13 years old now. And like I say, I'm going to be fishing down there with the right hand rod with the black bottom floats Perch Bobbers special, yellow tip, got a red tip in case it's not that clear on the camera. And then favourite little float I love to use is the corum blobs, the blobber floats, 3 grams, and I've plumbed the depth. It's about 2.5 foot, maybe 3 foot, and I always start off fishing at least 6 inches over depth. That's my sort of plan of attack. I've got no weight at all, no shots on the fluorocarbon that I'm using. That's the Darent Valley fluorocarbon, 4 point something it is. I'll have a look at that a bit later. Main line, got the old Gardner Hydroflow green in 6 pound breaking strike. Like I say, there is carp, well, in most waters to be honest, so it gives you half a chance to get them in. Hook wise, I'm using the corum barbless size 10 all rounder hooks, very sharp. I just stuck one through my finger which drew a bit of blood, and there you go. It's not the first time, it certainly won't be the last time I do that. Well, I'm going to start off fishing prawn, a large prawn, on both rods to start off with. Like I say, I've introduced some worm, some dead maggot, some live maggot, and a bit of worm mix in the feed mix. I'm going to fish a nice big prawn, large prawn, on both rods. Well, I was just preparing another chop mix. You can see it in there. I've not put it out yet. I looked to my left hand rod and it started to move very perchy, and it just slid under, lifted up into it, and I had a perch on. It was about ½ pound, but sadly it come off, but that was on prawn. So that's a good start. So it's encouraging that my first bite was from a perch. Just to give you a little rundown of what I'm using. There's the 3BB Perch Bobber, the black bottom floats special, and then further down the line got some bulk shot there. Some number 6s, number 4s. To bulk it down, I've got a little swivel stop any spinning. And then I've got my fluorocarbon hook link to a size 10 coral all-rounder. A bit of grass on there. Barbless hook, because it's barbless here at Tricklebrook. And then on there I've got a piece of lobworm, tip it with a red maggot. And I'll be getting lots of little bites, so I'm hoping eventually a big perch will come along and snap it up. Just missed a cracking bite, just cast out, put the rod down, big piece of worm on, tip with a red maggot, and as I look back up again the float's sliding away, struck into nothing, minus the lobworm. So I think could have been a half decent fish. Maybe I'll let the bite develop a bit more on the next one, assuming there is a next one. I'm sure there will. It's just so nice to be out perch fishing again, I must admit. The old Darent Valley rods, Shimano Stradics, Perch Bobbers, the coral and blobs, perch and lobworms, fantastic. And I know I've gone probably a little bit earlier than I normally would do. Encouraging signs that I had a perch about half a pound dropped off just as I was about to net it. Just refed again, a bit of choppy on both lines. Worm liquid in there, and we'll just continue to keep flicking some red maggot over the top just to keep it topped up. But yeah, it's really nice. Like I say, my first time here at Tricklebrook. Always wanted to come here, and no doubt in time I'll get to fish all the other lakes as well, because there's big perch in all of them. Just bumped into a chap who I've not seen for a long while, Simon, and we had a little chat, remembering our days from Berry Hill, and he's on the Spessy Lake today fishing for the perch, so we'll probably have a chat later on, see how he's getting on. It's just good to be perch fishing again. Well, I'm getting some absolutely screaming bites. Float is just sailing away on the lobworm. Striking into nothing at all. Sometimes the lobworm's gone, not always. So it's either small fish just picking up the tip of the worm, or just a little bit finicky at the minute. Keep persevering. It's encouraging. It's getting darking up there. The forecast isn't supposed to be for rain, but there it goes. Sliding away. Nothing. I hope it ain't going to be like this all day. It's going to drive me up the wall. Perfect bites. So perchy. It's got to be perch. Anyway, going to keep persevering. Well, it's not the perch I was after, but just had a nice little plump roach there, which, as you can see, took a liking to my lob. Well, it went a little bit quiet, so I thought, right, I'm going to have something to eat. Halfway through my sandwich, float goes under to me right. I lift into it, I've got a perch on about half a pound. So I've got lunch box in my left hand, rod in me right, and it pinged off. So never really got a chance to have a proper look at it, but it was a perch. So it's 3 perch now that have come off. But thankfully they're not big. What an incredible bite this is. And it's a perch. Well, it's not a perch, but it's a bream by the looks of it. Yep. Skimmer bream. We do like the old worm. There you go. Not the target species, but lovely fish. Back he goes. It's getting very frustrating now, I must admit. I've moved me floats, me baits closer in to the features, and I've just had a fantastic bite on the Perch Bobber lobworms set up, and it thumped twice and pulled out of it. I think it was a big perch. I went straight back out again, beating myself up that I'd lost it, and then my float just slid away again, lifting up nothing. So whether, I don't know, 2 or 3 perch just moved in, down by the pipe there. It's just had another bite there. Getting a lot of indications now on pieces of worm. Tipped with a red maggot. It's funny, the smallest perch I've hooked, bearing in mind I think I've lost 4 perch now. The one perch I did get in was the smallest, and we all know what small perch do. They just swallow the bait. So it may be that the bigger perch, I know that the 3 I saw, there's nothing over half a pound, but that one there was a thumper. You know when they shake their head? So I think I've just lost a good perch. Well, I think it was inevitable that at some time, some point, the carp was going to come along and intercept my prawn bait, and that's exactly what's happened. Just take my time with it, don't want it to thrash around, disturb the swim too much. Don't look a bad fish actually. There we go. Like I say, it was just a matter of time before Mr. Carp turned up. Lovely little scrap on the prawn. Nice bend in the rod. Let's see if there's any perch have followed him in. Time to go back. And I moved my bait right up tight to that pipe sticking out, right as tight as I could get, and it tempted this little perch to take it, and it just float just run along slowly along the pipe and slid under. So it's bigger than the other one. Hopefully they'll get bigger and bigger. But hopefully the start of things to come. Well, it's just gone past midday and I'm still waiting for my first decent perch. Although, like I did mention earlier, I'm pretty sure I bumped a good one off. Since I've had that carp, it's gone pretty quiet, just had the odd bite, which is to be expected. It did thrash about a little bit in the end, but you know, I've had an enjoyable morning so far. I'm going to at least give it another 2 or 3 hours into the afternoon, see what happens. Still feeding, still chopping up my worm mix, my perch mix. Still feeding up down. I still think that this right hand rod's going to produce a good perch for me. I do hope so. I'm enjoying my first visit to Tricklebrook. Certainly going to be coming back again, and more so when it's more perch-like conditions, that's for sure. Like really cold and that, so I'm definitely going to be coming back. That's without doubt. You know, really enjoying it. Nice little lake. We'll try the other lakes as well. think they've got 3 lakes here in total. We've all got good perch in all of them, so it's right up my street. There's still time yet, not giving up yet. Enjoy myself, nice and relax on the bankside. There's 3 other anglers now on this lake. I think they're going for the carp. So I've had a bit of a mixed bag, roach, skimmer, small perch, that carp, and quite a few missed bites, snatchy bites. Down there. That's where I'm hoping it's all going to happen. See, these sort of structures is where the perch will hide out, sitting underneath that. There's got to be something decent sitting there, surely. Back out next to that pipe and into the bottom. I've got a feeling it's a carp, small carp. They're also perch here, I'm sure it's a carp. Yep, it's they like worms as well. Well, that was a perch that come flying off then. So I've had a string of really funny old bites, but they're obviously small perch, which I'm happy for them to be. At least I know I've got the target fish in the swim. Switch both rods over to worm now. Small pieces of lob. But I've seen enough today. It's definitely going to make me come back, especially when it gets colder, without a doubt. I've hooked and lost a lot of small perch today, up to around the £.5 mark. Plus I think I did bump a good fish, and it on for a split second, couple of thumps and it was gone. And it's not ideal conditions really for the perch, although it's cooling down. Definitely seen enough today to know that I'm going to be coming back over the winter, definitely. Well, it's 1:30 there, just gone 1:30. and that sun keeps coming out, and when it does, don't get any indications at all. But as soon as it clouds over again, you start getting bites. And it looks like there's a lot of blue sky about, which wasn't really in the forecast today, I must admit. So I'll probably give it another half an hour, see what happens. And I might call it a day. Like I say, I've seen enough to know that I should be coming back here when it sort of gets colder for a start. And I reckon I'm going to have some nice perch out of these lakes here at Tricklebrook. And like I say, my first visit, an interesting first visit, lots of encouragement from the fact that I've seen signs of many perch. Alright, it might be small, but they do go to over 3 pounds in here. There is rumours of a big, sort of maybe 4. Certainly is in the other lakes. There's some good perch in there, so I think we're going to have some good times down here. Going to be trying out some other venues as well over the winter months for the perch, of course. So I think it's been a good start to my winter campaign, although it's still autumn. But I've convinced myself that I had to come out and start fishing for the perch, because, like I say, I do miss me perch sessions, and I know many of you on the Fishing Tail Films YouTube channel like your perch fishing, all the subscribers and that, so that's what we're going to be doing plenty of. I ran a pole not so long ago, and it's no surprise that the perch come out on top, followed by the roach and then the chub. So that's all good in my books. Thanks for watching. See you again soon, and good luck on your next visit out, especially if you're going to be targeting some perch. But there'll be plenty coming up on the channel over the coming weeks and months, so stay tuned.